Hello.
How are you?
Welcome, Elizabeth. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Here is some water for you, if you would like. And it's been nice to have you here. Was looking forward to share space with you and see what's happening for you at this stage.
Yeah.
How was your day so far?
Yeah, today was busy, like always, but not too bad.
Okay, great. We can chat a little bit more about what's happening. But before, I just wanted to explain a little bit of what counseling is and what is involved. And one of the main things that as professionals we are attached to is the policy of confidentiality.
Yeah.
So as counselor, whatever we share between you and me, it's going to be within you and me. But there are exceptions to this policy, which is, for example, if I consider at any stage that you, someone else, or any children, they might be on risk of harm, I might have to report to a third party or to the responsible.
Okay, I understand.
And there are other situations, for example, if there is some legal matters and I've been asked to show reports or case notes from our sessions, I might have to do as well.
Okay.
And because we are in the professional evolving and we want to offer good quality services, sometimes, not always, I might ask for guidance or supervision with my colleagues or supervisor. So I might share information, but this will be under the same confidentiality policy. And in all these stages, ideally is inform you first and talk with you first if you have to.
All right.
Okay.
It's okay.
So that was sent in the email, but I have just explained what I have here, which is I just explained, and just need the sign here at the end of the paper.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So Elizabeth, as was mentioning, it's part of our ethical process to take some notes along the session. That's okay for you?
Yeah, it's okay.
And here in WINS Community Services, we offer a center person counseling approach, which means like we're not gonna give you any solutions, or we're not gonna find ways to achieve your goals or intentions, but we're gonna be walking alongside by you for you finding your own ways and your own forms to achieve your goals, achieve your intentions, or resolve issues. That's mean like I am walking alongside by you in this process.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes sense.
All right. And now we can start and get to know what's happening for you, what's for you here. I don't know, whatever you would like to share with me today.
I'm here today because I just feel very overwhelmed. I feel like I've got no energy I'm just tired all the time. I'm overwhelmed mentally and physically. I just feel like there is things that I want to do and there is ideas that I had, but it's too much at the moment and I just don't know where to start. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a good place to start reaching for help, I guess. That's a little bit of appreciation for you opening and coming today.
Yeah.
Seems like you are reaching top or the bottom, and then it's like it's time for receive some guidance and find ways to stop being tired energetically and physically. And what exactly is happening? Why you are so tired or drained?
I just have to look after my kids, my 3 grandkids, and I just feel like I don't have the energy to do it anymore. It's like it's taking a lot of me, and I have to be there every day because my daughter works, and it's just us in the family really. and they're still young, and they take a lot of time, and it's cool drop-ups and washing and lunches and attention that is completely different generation that I don't know what they're doing and how to handle some things, and it's just I've been top level of like exhausted for a long time.
Wow, yes. Seems like 3 kids. It's a lot of work, and also you have already give that energy to your daughter. Now it's kind of having an extra energy for your grandkids. And how old are they?
3, 4, and 7, I think they now. Yeah.
Okay, so quite. It's a range of age that they need. They need your attention.
Yeah. One's been diagnosed with ADHD, and he doesn't stop, and they're just busy kids. Yeah. And
how, apart from feeling tired and drained, are you enjoying having time with them, or there is some kind of rewards in you feeling like
I love them. I love them. They're my grandkids, but I wish that I was the second carer. I wasn't the primary carer. I would love to just go and have them on the weekends sometimes and actually enjoy what we're doing, rather than being like setting rules, like checking if they've done the things and just doing. I want to be the grandmother that gives them chocolate, not just being the primary care, which is what I've been doing, because it's the situation we've got at the moment.
Since when this situation is happening?
Well, I raised my daughter by myself. My husband John, he left when she was born, unfortunately. So I was there by myself, and then my daughter hasn't had any support from the father of the kids either. He pretty much left too. So it's just been both of us, and we need the money. I was on my path to retirement, so I'm not contributing much at the moment, so my daughter is the one bringing the money home, so I just have to be with the kids. So pretty much, my eldest is 7, so it's been like that for 7 years.
Wow.
With my daughter until this point, forever. It feels like forever.
Seems like this single motherhood, it's never ending.
Yeah.
First with your daughter, and now with your grandkids.
Yep.
And and also the intention of retirement, it's a little bit there putting aside because this situation. So we are having different things in here. One is the aspect that you're feeling tired, drained. The other aspect is you was having different plans for yourself at this stage of life.
Yeah, I was gonna go on a trip too.
Nice. That was your intention. Great. That sounds less tiring than looking at
that's all I need.
And the situation of like having to do the thing, having to look after for you. This is kind of 3 different topics. But before we go into dive in what is actually taking more your intention and attention, I would like to share with you. Normally in counseling we try to put on the table different tools, which mean like different theories or approach that might resonate with the client's situation and might help them to understanding where they are at and see how they can move forward under this perspective of the theory.
Yeah.
So this theory, it's called the hierarchies of needs, and it's created by a psychologist more with a humanistic orientation, let's say. So basically he say there are in humans evolution, there are certain needs that had to be achieved before we go in the next one. And he mentioned different levels. So the base of the pyramid is the level where the basic needs has to be resolved or attended, which is food, water, air, even clothing, and basically the basic needs. So we call this stage, I have here the pyramid for you can have a look. And then we have the safety needs. And then we have belongings and love needs. And then we have esteem needs and self-actualization. That's the base. And that's where we're reaching at. He mentioned that every single human or every single person want to reach the self-actualization, which is finding a fulfillment, a sense of purpose, and a sense of the person can be in the full potential.
Yeah.
But eventually, the first 4 levels have to be resolved or attained before we achieve to the self-actualization. So at the base, we have the nutrition, the water, the shelter, clothing. Then we have a safety need, which is like security, order, financial security, having a job, having a house, having a safe space, a safe neighborhood, and things like that.
Yeah.
And then we have the belonging and love, which is related to the relationships, friendship, family, intimate sexual connection, where is receiving and giving affection. And then we have the next 4th level, which is esteem needs, where it's more connected to the self-acceptance, self-confidence. You find that you respect others and then others respect you. There is a more professional aspect if you consider where, you know, we know what we're doing and everyone is recognizing for what we're doing. And the last one is the self-actualization. So where it's like self-fulfillment of the potential of the person. So if we have these labels here, and according with what just mentioning before about this situation of being tired or this desire or this situation of, you know, loving your grandchild and loving the family, in which stage you feel like you are in this moment in your life, or that's resonating more with you?
Well, I didn't even know I had that many needs. When I think about needs, I think more about their needs.
Okay.
And how can I provide them with those, like mainly nutrition, water, air, sleep. There's sometimes that I don't even eat during the day. So
okay, that's a good point. Yeah.
Sleep, I don't get much sleep, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, it was the last time I went shopping, got clothing, air, the one, yeah, I've got air. I think here, I'm stuck here in those safety needs of providing those and trying to make sure we've got food, we've got money, and I'm there to protect on those kids. But again, I'm thinking about their needs rather than my needs.
Okay.
But I would say that's where I am, because if I go to the next one and think about friendship, family, sexual, I don't have any of that. Like I don't even have time. I don't even consider those things in my life. It's just like some other people can do those things, but I just don't have time, can't do it.
Okay.
So yeah, I think maybe here, safety needs.
All right. So these first 2 levels, they're the basic needs, and then we go into the more psychological needs, and the top one is self-fulfillment needs. It's great that you can see where you are. So from where you are, we can work on where you would like to be.
Yeah.
And in this theory, it's trying to find these needs attended, so then you can move forward. In the first level, the basic need of physiological needs, if you say might not have any food the whole day, or you have to sleep.
There is food in the fridge. I just can't. I don't have time, really.
And in this situation of nutrition and sleep, can consequent in affecting your health, which is in the next level. And if you're coming back into the point where, let's say, you are the moment, or you are the provider of this safety or these basic needs for someone else, which is your 3 grandkids. So if you start becoming like no good sleep, no good nutrition, might affect your health, and how you're gonna be able to support the others' needs.
That's why I'm here, because my health is not good.
Okay, great. In what ways you find that you can change these aspects, even if you think there might be little change that you can adapt along a week time or 2 weeks time, so you can slowly moving forward in this pyramid. Let's say nutrition and sleep, how you can provide those needs for yourself in a better way.
I'll go to bed really late. I feel like when the kids are in bed, it's my time to unwind and sort of being on my own. So I use it as much as I can, but it does affect. I go to bed and I go into bed very late and have to be up early for the kids, so it does affect me. So I would definitely go to bed early, but it'll be good if I can find another time when then I can just be on my own. If I'm not having those late afternoon nights. Yeah.
So you're changing the routine in your sleeping pattern slowly, just trying to have better quality sleep, and by going to bed earlier. That's one aspect.
I could, and I've done it sometimes, but when I do it, I feel that my day is just the kids and then I'm sleeping. The kids, I'm sleeping. I just need a bit of time where I can just read my book, do my nails, and just being on my own. So it really will be more about talking to my daughter or someone else and see if they can have the kids just one day a week. With 1 day a week, it will help really.
So your daughter is working full time?
Yeah.
And then she's with the kids mainly during the weekends, or?
Yeah, weekends. Yeah.
All right.
Well, both of us we are.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So it seems like it's coming off not only just to change a little bit the patterns of your sleeping time, but also express the needs of express to your daughter or someone else the necessity of having time for yourself.
Yeah.
Once a week, at least.
Yeah.
And what about nutrition? What about the food? Like, you're cooking for the kids?
Yeah.
And it's a moment where everyone can have the food together, or there is a way that you can also nourish yourself when you're nourishing someone else, so the kids. Like, let's say, what happened when they are eating? What happened? Why?
Normally when they're eating, I'm doing the washing. Yeah, I'm washing up and just getting the kitchen done. Yeah, but I could sit down and eat and just do the kitchen in another moment. It's just like I'm on the go, and I don't even think that I'm hungry, or I don't even put energy there.
According with this theory, the basic needs has to be resolved. Otherwise, we're gonna get stuck into this pattern of going back in circles and not achieving other needs, which might come through wanting to travel and retire and enjoy life. And sometimes it's super basic. That's doing some little change and see how this little change can make bigger change in our life. So,
sorry, I'm just gonna grab something from my bag. Yeah.
And we have the sleeping and nutrition, and then you was mentioning about that you promote this security and this stability in your house.
Yep.
And I heard that you was a single mom, so you was doing this as well when your daughter was young. So
Yeah.
you was kind of the holding the family. And now seeing your daughter in similar situation as you were, keep you in this role of being the one that hold the security of the stability of the family. As you did by yourself when you was with your daughter, would you consider start to find ways with your daughter? I'm not sure how, because you probably know more the dynamic of the house, the time that your daughter is working, the time that she's away, to give her let's say more participation in this stability, to give your daughter more participation in the stability, while you can play more the grandma role, which is the giving chocolate to your grandkids, as you was mentioning. There is a way that you can access to that.
In regards of time, there is possibilities. What I struggle is just with the guilt of letting it happen, because it was very hard for me to raise my daughter on my own. All I wanted was a family, and I didn't have that chance. So I don't want her to be in the same situation, and not with one kid, but with three. So we've got times like she's got a good schedule where we could work around. I just have to accept that and just being okay with that.
Great. That's a really good insight that you should have, like not having the deciding to change without the guilt, or the deciding to communicate without this feeling guilt. Okay, the sensation of guilt, which is talk about how nurturing you are, how caring you are, which is also a beautiful quality to have. And we have different aspects, but I want you to come back to the practicality of getting to these basic needs and see how real or simple steps that you can do, or practical steps that you can do, for example, to get better sleep. Let's say if we have 1 week apart, how you will try to recover your energy by having better sleep. You say changing your pattern on sleeping. That's something realistic that you possibly can do.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
And I'm ready to do it. I'm reaching the limit. I know.
Great.
I know that it's time to.
Great. Yeah. So you're ready for some changes, which is great.
Yeah, I don't think I can do this for much longer.
Yeah. And what about the nutrition, or the aspect of the food, good quality food, with timing with food, how you could do it in 1 week time to have really nourishing and caring time in your diet along this week?
I think even if I just had one proper meal, even if I actually sit down at the table to have dinner, because I don't even have my coffee in the morning, lunch, nothing, dinner, tiny bit. Even if I just have my one big meal, that will make a difference. Yeah, I would just have to deal with the problem of doing the kitchen at another time. But I think in the long term it will be worth it.
Okay, great. So it's just putting aside the cleaning aspect by coming back into nourishing yourself.
Yeah, I just have in my head kitchen needs to be clean before my daughter comes, so everything is okay. But yeah, if we just have to deal with that, I don't think it could harm anybody to have a dirty kitchen. Yeah.
Some changes that we do for ourselves more in the family unit might change the whole family behaviors and unit as well. So I would love to see how these little changes that you are mentioning might change the dynamic, not only for your daughter, but also for the grandkids. And how you can recover your energy after even having 1 week of commitment with yourself in these basic needs.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like they're super clear, the goals that you're having, and super simple steps that seems like that you are ready to move on. As you say, you're having kind of enough and it's not much energy to give as well. And feel like for the start of this counseling relationship, we can having maybe weekly sessions to be able to keep on the top of these changes.
Oh yeah, whatever it's yeah.
And also give you the space as well for having time for yourself outside the routine and the looking after your kids. And it's also bringing back the intention and attention into looking after yourself, because even if we are extending whatever we are changing for our loved ones, in here we're gonna be focusing on you, Elizabeth.
Yeah, thank you.
So I think for a start we can just keep going once a week. Let's say for the first probably 4 sessions, and then if the changes and the evolution of your own caring habits and your desire, your intentions being achieved, we might go for more spacious sessions.
Yeah, I can do them. Yeah, I'm taking the mornings off with the excuse of that I've got an appointment. I go and get my coffee, and it will work for me.
Great. And how are you feeling? You came a little bit with the sensation of having enough. How now are you feeling? How these little ideas or these little steps are make you feeling? Like how you feel right now?
I feel good. I think it's something that I can definitely do. For me, I think it's been the difficult part has been getting here.
Okay.
And now that know that I need to do something, I'm ready to do it.
Great. Perfect. That seems you're ready. So thank you so much. I'm looking forward to see what's happening with you, your grandkids, and your daughter, and how we can work next and see what's happening.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you next time.
See you next time.